TikTok, blatant racism, creators not getting credit. Let's break it down. Hello people of the internet, welcome back to my channel. My name is Notori. In today's video, I'm going to be starting a new series called Let's Break It Down, and the first thing I want to talk about is TikTok and how problematic it truly is, okay? And also I want to say my dog, I believe she has another ear infection, so if that's the case, she's gonna get up, she might shake it like a salt shaker a few times. If she does, I might cut it out, I might not. I just wanted to let you know. So I've made a list about some of the problematic things that I've seen on TikTok in just 3 months of being on the app. When I first got it, I had no idea what it was about. I just knew that I wanted to do the dances and I wanted to just kind of be fun on there, especially because a lot of my social media is connected to my business persona, getting clients, doing food related jobs. So I didn't want to muddy the waters when it came to that. I just wanted to just post maybe funny stuff or just be kind of silly and then go on about my business. And I didn't know at the time also that TikTok was originally Musical.ly. I never had a Musical.ly, but Musical.ly is just very similar. It's pretty much doing all of your content to music. And I remember a lot of people my age talking about how cringe it was. I think TikTok is still in that category, but it's definitely a lot more dynamic, I believe. So people also compare TikTok to Vine because it has a similar comedic quality. People are able to make videos between 15 to 60 seconds, which just gives them a lot more latitude and allows them to just be a little more interesting, tell longer stories, etc. TikTok is owned by a China-based company, and now that people have been finding that out, it's been making them very leery of using the app. I have literally young cousins who are like, yeah, I'm out. That China thing freaks me out. I don't want to be tracked. I don't want my information to be shared. And I'm like, I understand. I totally get it. I wouldn't try to advise you against anything like that. I still have the app because I literally don't use any other social media outside of Instagram. So yeah, that's just pretty much my sentiments, just to give you kind of an overview of both what I thought about the app and what I know about the app. There's approximately 800 million users on this app. Can you imagine that number? I can't. That's probably the amount of French fries I've eaten in my life. 800 million. That is a lot of people. So the 3 things that I've noticed the most about this app would be the blatant racism. There are a lot of videos that take part in this weird trend of clickbaiting people of color only to taunt them with like these weird racial stereotypes that you would think were no longer a thing to people, but in 2020 they still are. They're still alive and well, and I think it's disgusting. Just to be completely honest, I think it's absolutely disgusting. So outside of that, there's also been some creators that have gotten really big on the app and then they've been exposed for having said the N-word in the past, hard R N-word in the past, which is also equally disgusting. And it causes concern because it makes people feel as though they can't trust the people that they have built up for months and months and months at a time. When I tell you these creators have millions of followers and all of a sudden a video comes out and it seems as though you said the N-word multiple times in the past and you didn't ever divulge that to us, you never owned up to it, so now we have to cancel you. And I will make another video about cancel culture and my thoughts on it and all that kind of stuff, but essentially that's what would happen if the public were to find out that you did something unsavory. They would cancel you. And I've seen a lot of Black creators make mention of the racism on the app. Not even just Black, but people of color in general have spoken up. A lot of cultural appropriation, a lot of blackface is happening on there, a lot of Black verbiage is being used and not being credited or not being mentioned, or people feeling as though they can do whatever they want because it's a free country and I can say whatever I want because it's a free country kind of thing, but it's really not a free country to everyone. So that kind of negates that point in my opinion. The next point I want to make is Black creators getting their content taken down versus the original content staying up. So as well on this app, you can also do something called duetting, which is essentially, I'm getting a little tongue-tied, bear with me. You can also do something called duetting. It's essentially where you can put your video next to, hey girl, no. you can put your video next to the original video and have a reaction to the original video. And a lot of Black creators were finding that whenever they would call out blatant racism via the duetting or green screening it behind them, that their video would get taken down and they would get banned, or they would be flagged, or they would be suspended, maybe even facing account deletion. So I thought that was kind of interesting, considering the fact that making a counterpoint on the app as a means of defending someone is within the guidelines, yet the video still gets taken down because it's flagged for not being within community guidelines. It's just such a catch-22. I'm completely confused about the point that this app is trying to make often, and people have speculated that because it is a China-based app in general, that maybe that has something to do with some of the racial profiling, some of the racial issues that are happening on the app. Who's to say, really? I'm not really sure, but I do have an inkling of I kind of believe it. I believe it. The next point I want to make is Black creators not getting credit or being gaslighted when they ask for credit. So you've all heard of the Renegade, you know, Renegade, you know, Renegade, you know Renegade. So Renegade took over the country, it felt like. Literally, whenever I was on Instagram and I saw the Renegade Dance made it to Instagram, I was like, girl, what is this? What is this? Whenever TikToks make it to Instagram, it's like, it's a big deal. Like, girl, it's a big deal. It's a global thing, honey. This is the big deal here. So the Renegade Dance made it to my Instagram, and I'd seen it a bunch of times, but I didn't know anything about it. I just knew it looked hard. I knew it looked impossible. And ironically, I'd seen the Jalea girl before on Instagram and her videos, but I didn't really put two and two together because I think it was really brief or something, and it was a long time ago. And she's a super young girl, so in my opinion, I was like, I don't know how this video got on my Discover page, but you go, sis. And then I just scrolled off. So essentially the video became a craze. It became a trend, and it got so big to the point that it made it over to TikTok. It originated on Instagram, made it over to TikTok, and then the TikTok community just totally blew it up. A small creator at the time, I guess, by the name of Charli D'Amelio, she now has like 45 million followers on TikTok. She found the dance. I think maybe someone else might have shared it as well. I'm not blaming this girl, is my point. But she essentially found the dance, and she started to do the dance, and it became like gangbusters. And Jalea never really got credit. So now that we've seen how far this could be taken, a lot of Black creators are like, hey, I made that song that became a craze. I made that video that became a craze. I did that dance that became a craze, and I've been trying to get people to see that it was my video or it was my creative properties that have been used, but nobody wants to hear it. And then whenever someone says, hey, I did that, they're like, so what? This is the app. This is how it's supposed to be used, which is just insinuating that being discredited and not getting the shine you deserve and not being recognized for the hard work that you put into things is normal. See what I mean? The things that go on in this app are widely seen to be as normal, and that's, to me, a top tier issue on the app as well, is how weird people perceive the content and how weird they go about communicating about the content. And then a bonus reason that I wanted to mention is people of color telling other people of color they thought a joke was funny when it is obviously hurtful and offensive. That happens so much in the comments. Every day that I see an offensive joke made in lieu of someone that's a person of color, it doesn't have to be Black. It could be, there's Pacific Islanders on there. There's a really large Asian community. There are people of Indian descent on there. And it's like, what are y'all doing? People will go under the comments and say, I don't know about you, but I thought this was funny. And it's like, are you serious? Why would you say that? It's really problematic that you would say that. It's really problematic because when we get out in public and we confront the people that have been making these comments, now we're in danger because they never thought that it was a problem because someone who looked like me said it wasn't. And in their brains, that person speaks for me too, and they just don't. So those are all of my comments and all of my ideas. She's kind of like teetering under my camera. Let's pray to Jesus she doesn't go crazy. So those are all of my comments and all of my commentary. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have anything else that you want to mention, or if you want to just chat about it in the comments down below, just let me know. I'm super open to it, and I just wanted to start the conversation. And other news, I will talk to you very soon. Peace.